Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The Build, Build, Build program of the Duterte administration has been called the most ambitious infrastructure program the country has seen. And the North-South Commuter Railway System, or the combined and interoperable PNR Clark and PNR Calamba projects, demonstrates the scale of what the DOTR, under the strong leadership of our Secretary Tugade, is working triple, if not quadruple time to deliver. The NSCR system is a 147 kilometers, fully elevated, dual-track, electrified, and high-capacity commuter railway with 37 stations and a fleet of 58 8-car train sets, or a total of 464 train cars or wagons. It will connect 26 local government units from Clark Airport in Region 3 or Central Luzon, all the way to Calamba in Region 4 or Calabarzon. The NSCR system will be interconnected with almost all of our other major lines. It will be interconnected with LRT-1 at Blumentritt Station, with LRT-2 at Santa Mesa Station, with MRT-3 at EDSA Station, with the Metro Manila Subway at the Nichols and FTI stations, and with PNR Bicol at the Sucat Station. The NSCR system consists of the 38-kilometer PNR Clark Phase 1 from Tutuban to Malolos, the 53-kilometer PNR Clark Phase 2 from Malolos to Clark, and the 56-kilometer PNR Calamba segment from Solis to Calamba. PNR Clark Phase 1 consists of 2 civil works packages, with the first having already started construction last February 15 by Sumitomo Mitsui Construction Corporation, and the second starting today, May 20, by the Taisei DMCI joint venture. PNR Clark Phase 2 consists of 5 civil works packages, with the first 3 packages scheduled for bid submission in July 2019, and the 4th and 5th packages scheduled for bid submission in the 3rd quarter of 2019. PNR Calamba, meanwhile, consists of 7 civil works packages, with the first package for its partial operability section already scheduled for bid submission in 3rd quarter of 2019, and the 2nd to the 7th packages scheduled for publication also in 3rd quarter of 2019. The 14 civil works packages, 2 electromechanical packages, and 2 rolling stock packages of the NSCR system are being co-financed by the Government of Japan through JICA and by the Asian Development Bank, and are being procured together with the PNR and the procurement service of the DBM, following JICA's and the ADB's procurement guidelines. PNR Clark Phases 1 and 2 will be operational by early 2022, while PNR Calamba will be partially operational by 2022 and fully operational by 2023. PNR Clark Phase 1 is projected to service up to 350,000 passengers per day when it opens in 2022, connecting Malolos to Tutuban in as little as 35 minutes, while the entire NSCR system is projected to carry up to 700,000 passengers per day when it opens and becomes fully operational in 2023, connecting Clark Airport to Buendia in as short as 55 minutes and Clark Airport to Calamba in 1 hour and 40 minutes. The NSCR, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed a most ambitious project that will usher in the Philippines' golden age of infrastructure and that will deliver on our President's promise of a more comfortable life to every Filipino. Thank you and good morning to all.
Thank you so much, Undersecretary Timothy John Batan. Before we proceed to the next part of our program, I'd like to acknowledge the distinguished guests that we have this morning. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we won't be here today if not for his presence. Please give a round of applause to the Honorable Secretary Arthur P. Tugade of the Department of Transportation. We also have with us Mr. Yoshio Wada, the Chief Representative of JICA. Also present is former Ambassador Kazuhide Ishikawa of the Embassy of Japan. We also have General Roberto Lastimoso, our chairman for the Philippine National Railways. Hi, sir. Good morning. And also PNR General Manager, Mr. June B. Magno. Joining us as well is Chairman Ariel Cunanan of the Department of Budget Management. And we have Mayor Juanito Santiago of Marilao, Bulacan. We have representatives from Valenzuela City, Engineer Reynaldo Sunga. Representative from Maykawayan, Mr. Primitivo Tamayo. And of course, we have Colonel David Poclay, the Chief of Valenzuela City. The Undersecretaries of the Department of Transportation who are with us today, of course, USEC Timothy John Batan, USEC Gary De Guzman, USEC Rainier Paul Yebra, and the Assistant Secretaries who are with us, ASEC Liho Dabi, ASEC Raymard Ese, and of course, ASEC Gades Liberan. Okay, now we will have our contract signing. Okay, so this is a ceremonial contract signing ceremony for the Civil Works Package 1 of PNR Clark Phase 1. And may we please request the following people to take their seats for the contract signing. And we have the following signatories. Mainit-init. Okay. So I'd like to call on stage the primary signatories, or those who will be seated there. Of course, Secretary Arthur Togade of the Department of Transportation. Joseph. Joining Secretary Togade is Mr. KG Hirano, Managing Executive Officer and Chief of International Operations Headquarters of Taisei Corporation. To serve as witnesses, I'd like to call on Undersecretary for Railways, Timothy John R. Batan of the Department of Transportation, Mr. George A. Consunhi, President and CEO of DM Consunhi, Inc. Also serving as witnesses, General Manager June B. Magno of the Philippine National Railways, and Mr. Katsumi Tamura, Senior General Manager, Marketing and Business Development Department and International Marketing and Business Development Division of Taisei Corporation. Also joining us is Undersecretary for Legal Affairs, Rainier Paul Yebra, Undersecretary for Finance, Gary V. De Guzman, and Assistant Secretary for Procurement, ASEC Giovanni Lopez. Okay, so we are now signing the contract for the Civil Works Package 1 of PNR Clark Phase 1. just want to repeat, those signing the contract are our Secretary Arthur P. Tagade of the Department of Transportation, Mr. KG Hirano, Managing Executive Officer and Chief of International Operations Headquarters, Taisei Corporation. Serving as witnesses are Undersecretary for Railways, Timothy John R. Batan, DMCI President and CEO, Mr. George A. Consunji, General Manager for the Philippine National Railways, Mr. Jun B. Magno, and the Senior General Manager, Marketing and Business Development Department of Taisei Corporation, Mr. Katsumi Tamura. Also with them is Undersecretary Rainier Paul Yebra, Undersecretary Gary V. de Guzman, and Assistant Secretary Giovanni S. Lopez. Tapos na? Photo op na? Okay, thank you so much. Mag-exchange lang hands po, please. Media friends, prepare that. Maraming salamat po. The contract has been signed for the Civil Works Package 1 of PNR Clark Phase 1. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you very much, sirs. We'd also like to acknowledge the presence of Executive Director Elisa May Cuevas of the Department of Budget Management. Now that the contract has been signed, we'd like to hear the messages of some key people, beginning with the representative from Taisei. May we call on the Mr. KG Hirano for his message.
Honorable Secretary Arthur P. Tsugade, Department of Transportation, Mr. Toshio Wada, Chief Representative of JICA, former Ambassador Kazuhide Ishikawa, Embassy of Japan, mayors of key cities and municipalities, undersecretaries of Department of Transportation, heads of attached agencies, assistant secretaries, executive directors, and other heads, officials from local government, colleagues from the private sector, and friends from the media. Ladies and gentlemen, Taisei Corporation is a Japanese company which was founded in 1873 as an organization with 146 years of operating history. We carry the pride of having been able to play a great role in the modernization of Japan after seeing our country through post-war restorations and years of economic growth. At the same time, DM Consulhi Inc., our partner, is a premier Filipino engineering-based construction company who, for over 64 years now, have carried on the same role, restoring the nation from the effects of war and developing the nation through its contribution to infrastructure development. I think it is comprehensible how two companies have come to a decision of pursuing this significant project. North-South Commuter Railway Project CP01. We both see this opportunity that it brings to the development and progress of the transportation system of the Philippines, which further translates to the country's economic growth. The drive of making a difference by allowing the transformation of society into a productive, safe, and secure one is something that we both share. So speaking on behalf of the joint venture, we would like to thank the government of the Republic of the Philippines through the Department of Transportation under the leadership of Secretary Arthur P. Tsgade for the opportunity to be able to provide this service to the Filipino people and be able to add value to the industry and to infrastructure development. Today marks the continuation of a once glorious past that was held by the Philippine railway system. Indeed, it proves to be one of the most reliable transportation systems in any country, and we are happy to be a part of the Philippines' newest project. The 6 stations, the 22-kilometer long elevated viaduct, and 13 train sets consisting of 8 electric multiple units that will soon be a part of the map, once again, will greatly contribute to the nation. NSGR CP01 is expected to service approximately 300,000 people every day as it lessens the travel time between these cities. As a Taisei DMCI joint venture, we reaffirm our commitment to complete the works that have been entrusted to us. And we look forward to the year 2021 when the Philippines will have its own modern, fully functional railway system, which can be distinguished worldwide. Thank you very much.
In the interest of time, let me forego with the salutation. As you will see, so many people are fanning themselves. It's too hot. So if I speak unnecessarily long, your experience about the hot environment and weather will continue. So allow me to forego with the salutation. At this point in time, allow me to thank the Japanese government, represented in this country by my friend, the ambassador of the Republic of Japan. In more ways than one, that's Ambassador Haneda, in more ways than one, the Japanese government has extended its supporting and caring arms in the affairs of this republic. I thank equally JICA, represented here by Mr. Wada, equally my friend, who, when I assumed responsibility in the Department of Transportation, readily extended their trust and confidence in the project of the Department of Transportation to a point that we have been breaking records insofar as processes are concerned to put in place projects that have long been awaiting in the Republic of the Philippines. I thank the local government, represented here by no less than Congressman Tugma, and some of the local governments, the mayors of the surrounding city. I thank the local government for your cooperation, trust, and pakikiisa sa aming mga proyekto, lalo't higit sa proyekto namin dito sa Bulacan. Alam po namin at batid namin na kung wala kayo, wala yung inyong tulong at kooperasyon, hindi ho uusad at hindi lilipad ang aming mga proyekto sa panahon gusto namin. I extend my gratitude to the media, who has been partnering with us in propagating in the spirit of katotohanan, tugma at the truth ang mga proyekto ng Republika. You, the media, along the lines of truth, along the lines of fair reporting, you are an instrument for us to link the public, to link our project with the public. We are grateful to you for that. and to all of you now gathered here, notwithstanding the blistering hot and blistering heat of the weather, you are here to say, yes, we are now having this project in the province of Bulacan. Let me walk you through a little bit on what has been happening in the early part of this year. Number one, last February, we inaugurated and we started the actual construction of 3 stations from Bukawe up to Malolos. It was inaugurated, it was started. Today we are all gathered here to sign and to inaugurate and to start the construction of the second phase from Tutuban to Bukawe. Once you have a combination of these 2 projects, you actually have a railway system from Tutuban that go far and beyond up to Malolos. Translated in terms of achievement, we expected that this will be completed on the 3rd quarter or 4th quarter of 2021. In other words, this railway system will be partially operable by the 4th quarter of 2021. Ang ibig pong sabihin, yung railway system na atin tinatayo at itinataguyod ngayong araw na to ay masasakyan at mag-e-enjoy ang ating mga kababayan. Marahil ang katanungan sasabihin ninyo, paano naman yung Clark? Hindi ba yung railway system na atin tinatayo ngayon magbuhat sa Tutuban hanggang sa Clark? Nabanggit mo, sir, ang Tutuban hanggang Malolos. Paano naman hanggang Clark? Nabanggit ho ni Mr. Kunsunghi, nabanggit ng ating kaibigang si TJ Batan. Sabi nila, mag-uumpisa yung bidding ng portion ng Malolos hanggang Clark by July of this year, and hopefully the construction will start by the 4th quarter of this year, and hopefully it is targeted that that portion of Malolos to Clark will be completed by the year 2022. Hindi pa ho ako tapos dyan kasi hindi ako pumapayag sa 2022. Ako ho'y nagsusumamo at nakikiusap sa mga service provider na kung pwede ba tapusin